The following contest is the Royal Rumble match. Now, the two superstars that drew number 1 and number 2 will start the ring at the same time. Other superstars will join in the order they drew. This will continue until all 30 superstars have entered the ring. Eliminations occur when you are thrown over the top rope with both feet landing on the floor. The last superstar in the ring will be declared the Royal Rumble winner.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome as we have finally reached our first PLE in fantasy wrestling entertainment. It's FWE Fantasia. And we kick things off here with the 30-man last chance qualifier Royal Rumble for later on tonight, the Tri-Wizard Championship that will be defended. I was going to mention in an 8-man elimination style match. Dylan Young putting the title on the line. We know 6 of his opponents. 1 still remains, and it could be Ed, but he's going to be coming in at a very disadvantageous number 1 entry, as will whoever ended up drawing number 2. Now, Ed, along with a number of others, 24 individuals to be exact, all failed to qualify in their respective Fatal 5-Way qualifying matchups during the course of this month. We also have 6 wild card slots, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's find out who drew entry number 2.
Good morning, class. Today we're going to learn McDonald's menu song. If you listen right, you'll chance to win $1 million. So, repeat after me. Repeat after me. 165 pounds.
It's going to be the Hamburglar. He's going to come in at entry number 2. This is typical Royal Rumble type rules. The only difference is the winner does not go on for a title shot at WrestleMania. They get a title shot later on tonight. We also have another qualifying matchup that will be taking place here early on in this PLE on the women's side. 8-woman battle royale to determine the 8th and final participant for the Women's World Championship of the Galaxy. That will be put on the line later on this evening as well. Intercontinental Championship is on the line, and the Women's Hardcore Championship will be put on the line tonight in a triple threat match. So here we go, as typical Royal Rumble rules. You have to throw your opponent over the top rope. Both feet hit the floor. And you got to think, for one of these two participants, the goal is clear. Get that elimination quickly. Be able to take a little bit of a rest before your next opponent comes out. Things get very chaotic when the ring starts filling up. Ed with a nice back elbow there after the Irish whip off the ropes. And Ed, backbreaker there to the Hamburglar. 30 participants here, only 1 will get the final qualifying position for the Men's World Championship title match later on tonight. It's been an incredible month of qualifying matchup, title matches. Oh, look at this. Ed might be looking for the immediate elimination, and he will get it. Hamburglar is gone. And Ed's going to be able to take a little bit of a rest here now before entry number 3 comes out. Very smart strategy there by Ed, who appears to be pulling a little bit of wicked there as he's defying gravity. Hamburglar will head to the back. His title hopes, at least for the moment, are dashed. And here comes entry number 3. And it's going to be a representative of the Black Pearl crew, Jack Sparrow, Captain Jack, ready to face off with Ed. And Ed, right out of the gate, had that little bit of time to rest, and he's going to go immediate offense on Jack Sparrow. Delivers Jack Sparrow to the turnbuckle, and now looking to get another quick elimination is Ed. Jack Sparrow going to try and fight it. Trying to Get a low center of gravity there, not allow Ed to be able to hoist him up over the top rope. Fights out of it for the moment, and now looks for the... Oh, I thought he was going for a suplex, but instead delivers a knee. And now starts to work on the extremities of Ed. Whoa, nice pump kick there by Jack Sparrow. Not just a straight forearm right to the jawline. And Ed could be in some trouble here. Jack with another big boot. And Ed is eliminated just like that. So now Jack Sparrow gonna get a little bit of opportunity here to rest. Well, we've had an incredible month of qualifying matchups. We know all but one participant on each side of the World Championship match. We'll kind of bring you up to speed on that here in just a minute. Let's see who's coming out of entry number 4. And it's going to be Fred Jones, representative of Mystery Incorporated, coming in at the 4th entry. So we know that Dylan Young is putting the title on the line here this evening. The Tri-Wizard Men's World Championship title belt up for grabs. We already know that Ernie the Elf, Matt McIntyre, Shaggy Rogers, Hercules, Harry Potter, and William Turner have all qualified their way in. I just named off a representative each of Mystery Incorporated and the Black Pearl crew. So with Jack Sparrow and Fred Jones in the ring right now, if either one of these two can run the rest of this gauntlet, that would then make it a 25% chance of one of those particular factions maybe leaving Fantasia tonight with the Men's World Championship. We still have one more participant to determine on the women's side, but we know that Cruella DeVille putting her title on the line at least against Rapunzel, Gamora, Nebula, so both of the daughters of Thanos, as well as Harley Quinn, Jasmine, and Daphne. Into a headlock there, Jack Sparrow. I don't know if that's the Anaconda Vice or not. I don't think it's quite the Anaconda Vice. He didn't have the arm in a hammer lock there, but wearing down his opponent at least. And for the first time tonight, we're going to get at least more than 2 participants in the ring at the same time, as it'll be Fabio Sparklemade. Now this is interesting because Fabio was not in any of the qualifying matchups. We did see him last week in the Go Home Show's main event in that 6-man elimination style match for the #1 contender to face off against Michael Norman later on here tonight for the Intercontinental Championship. But Fabio obviously is one of those 6 wildcard participants we were talking about. We'll have to see who the other 5 are going to be, but Fabio not coming in at a very good number despite being a wildcard participant. Fabio, of course, out of the Fortnite franchise, the unicorn that sells cereal known as Unicorn Flakes. One of the tallest participants, I think we could say, in this matchup, and he's going to team up there with Jack Sparrow. I'm sure when Jack Sparrow's been under the influence of rum, he's seen stranger things than a pink cereal-selling unicorn. Fred Jones with the fight out, and now takes down Fabio. Jack's going to take down Fred and just start wailing away at that beautiful blonde hair of Freddy. Oh! Might have been going for a springboard leg drop, miss, but then a knee to the back, courtesy of Fabio, and it ends a Guri by Fred Jones. Entry number 6 about to enter into this LCQ Royal Rumble. And it's going to be a representative of the Hurt Business. Santa Claus, St. Nicholas coming in at the 6th entry. And he goes right after the unicorn. And a clothesline to Jack Sparrow. There wasn't even much momentum behind that clothesline, but it floored the captain. And a big power bomb. Fred Jones, like he's got to get a vendetta here against Fabio. Fabio with a nice Hurricane Rana, and then he gets hit from behind by a clothesline. Well, Fred could be in some trouble here. Fabio looking to eliminate Fred Jones. Over the top, but hanging on. Watch the ascot. Oh, and Fred Jones is eliminated by Fabio Sparklemane. So Fabio wins that exchange. It's now Hurricane Rana to Jack Sparrow. Neck breaker from Santa Claus. We're moments away from entry number 7 coming into the ring. 30 participants looking for that last opportunity to be in the world title picture. 3 eliminations so far. Ed, who came in number 1, Hamburglar, who came in number 2, Fred Jones, who came in entry number 4, and here's another of our wild card participants. From Springfield, it's Homer Simpson. Homer making his FWE debut, as a matter of fact. We saw Fabio last week, but Homer, this is the first time he's gotten between the ropes in FWE. Oh, wow. Big move there from Fabio. Looked like it might have been close to a Rough Rider there, a springboard Rough Rider. Now Fabio has Santa Claus up against the ropes, and oh man, big mule kick. And Santa Claus is eliminated. And a DDT to Homer Simpson. Oh, Fabio up over the top. Homer looking for the elimination. He's not going to get it. Didn't follow up. Standing Spanish fly by Fabio Sparklemane, and Jack Sparrow riding up the chest of Fabio, delivering the drop kick. Oh, Fabio back up over the top again. And I think Homer might have gotten in the way. Jack was looking for the elimination and was intercepted by Homer Simpson. Big powerbomb by Jack Sparrow as we await entry number 8. It's going to be one half of the Disney Tag Team Champions. Former United States Champion Nick Gunther. We saw Nick and his tag team partner RJ Bishop successfully defend their titles last week in the go-home show against the Gotham Inmates. And Nick Gunther, one last opportunity here to be able to go to the main event here tonight and fight for the World Championship. He's been a double champion before here in FWE, holding the tag team titles and the United States Championship, and he'd love to be a double champion once again. Fabio trying to eliminate Homer. Homer going to fight out of it. That's now, whoa, Fabio up over the top, and he is eliminated by Jack Sparrow. Nick's got Homer up over the top rope as well, and there goes Homer Simpson. And just like that, we're back to 2 inside the ring. Spanish fly there by Jack Sparrow to Nick Gunther. And now Nick up over the top rope. And Nick is eliminated. And just like that, Jack Sparrow stands alone. So just like that, we had, what was it, 4 or 5 individuals inside the ring, and immediately a wave of eliminations, and Jack Sparrow now, all by his lonesome, will await entry number 9. And it's going to be Dr. Facilier, the Shadow Man, coming in at the 9th entry as we're nearly a third of the way through our field. And we've already eliminated nearly a third of our field as Jack Sparrow, who came in, I believe, was entry number 3. And Dr. Facilier, obviously the freshest, just coming in at entry number 9. A couple of characters out of the Disney franchise. Jack Sparrow, of course, Pirates of the Caribbean. Dr. Facilier, out of The Princess and the Frog. Jack Sparrow bringing Dr. Facilier over to the ropes and looks for the elimination, and he will get it. Another big pump kick by Jack Sparrow. Takes Dr. Facilier out, and Jack Sparrow, again, all by his lonesome inside of the ropes. Individuals come in every minute and a half, every 90 seconds, so I don't know how long Dr. Facilier lasted, but you got to think there's at least 30 seconds or so that Jack Sparrow's going to get to be able to rest here as he awaits his next opponent. Entry number 10 about to head to the ring. We will now be a third of the way through this LCQ Royal Rumble field, and another character out of the Disney franchise, the boy who would never grow up. It's Peter Pan. Peter Pan, one of numerous individuals on the roster that have that high-flying offense. That's not necessarily a plus when it comes to a Royal Rumble match, because a lot of your offense you want to be on the ropes, on the top turnbuckle. That is the danger zone when it comes to the Royal Rumble, because you're close to one wrong move, possibly forcing you over the top rope and out to the floor, eliminating you from such a matchup. As Jack Sparrow had Peter in the corners, stiff kicks to the midsection, and now looking for a Spanish fly there. That's some high-octane offense you can deliver. That doesn't necessarily put you in that bad of a situation. And now Peter going to go up over the top, and Sparrow's going to eliminate Peter Pan from the Royal Rumble. Another elimination for Jack Sparrow. I believe that is at least his third, maybe his fourth elimination in this match. He eliminated Fabio. He eliminated Dr. Facilier. He just eliminated Peter Pan. So that's at least 3 eliminations for Jack Sparrow. If he can keep this kind of a pace going, Jack Sparrow could very well, from entry number 3, be the 8th and final participant in the main event later on tonight. As here comes entry number 11, it's going to be Anthony McCrory. And Jack Sparrow immediately going to work here on offense before he's delivered a shot to the midsection courtesy of Anthony. And now a forearm. Anthony McCrory coming in fresh. Jack Sparrow's on a tremendous run, but he can't keep this up forever, one would assume. Every single participant that comes out from behind that curtain is at 100%. And you can see Anthony, foot on the accelerator, no lift. Oh, and may have taken a little too much time there. Jack Sparrow with the back elbow. Able to fight back. Anthony, little dazed. Sparrow looking for another elimination, and the super kick is going to take Anthony out. What an incredible run so far by Captain Jack Sparrow. We've not seen a long amount of time in the ring by Facilier, Peter Pan, or Anthony McCrory. That's given Jack Sparrow some valuable time to be able to restore his momentum here. Take a little respite as now entry number 12. And representing the Gotham inmates, it's going to be the Penguin, who along with his tag team partner Joker were unsuccessful from capturing the men's Disney Tag Team Championships. Is Jack Sparrow gone? Yes, he is! What a great run for Jack Sparrow, but he could not match the fresh Penguin, who now very, very early on here gets that elimination, and he's going to have a little bit of time to be able to rest. Penguin trying to get himself into some kind of a title picture. As mentioned, unsuccessful in the tag team bout last week in the go-home show. We'll be seeing his tag team partner, Joker, at some point in this Royal Rumble match, but all the entries are drawn at random. Also going to be interesting to see who our other 4 wildcard participants are going to be. We've already seen 2 of them in Fabio Sparklemane and Homer Simpson, who have already been eliminated. Now Penguin just basking in the fact that he doesn't have to do anything right now. Playing up to the crowd here in Albany, New York. Waiting for that 10-second countdown before he knows who entry number 13 is going to be. Is it lucky number 13, unlucky number 13? We'll find out here in just a moment. And it's going to be the Easter Bunny representing the Hurt Business. Already his tag team partner Santa Claus has been eliminated from this LCQ Royal Rumble. Easter Bunny, the last hope for that faction. There's a big splash there by the Penguin. A couple of animals duking it out here, a rabbit and a penguin. And Penguin gonna fight out of the corner. A lot of question marks even up to this point about opponents for specific titles. We're going to be finding out the final participant on the men's side here in this Rumble match. We've got an 8-woman battle royal to determine the final participant for the Women's World Championship. Triple threat hardcore title match still to come tonight. We know that Elizabeth Swann is the incoming champion. We don't know who her 2 participants are. However, I have been told that there are going to be 2 women making their FWE debuts, so complete X Factors, if you will. The only matchup that we really know tonight who the participants are going to be is the Intercontinental Championship, and that's Michael Norman defending against Elmo. Entry number 14 now going to enter the ring here, and it's going to be another of our wild card participants. It's going to be Thanos as elimination is occurring. That's the Easter Bunny eliminated by the Penguin. So the Hurt Business will not have a representative in the world title picture here tonight. And Thanos with a big scoop power slam on the Penguin. Thanos at over 7 foot tall. Hoisting up the Penguin. Oh, and delivers a power bomb, and I believe the back of Penguin's head hit all 3 of those turnbuckles on the way down. So 50% of our wild card participants revealed so far. Unsuccessful for 2 of them. We'll see if Thanos can run the gauntlet. Not the gauntlet that he would like with all the Infinity Stones in it, but we're not going to let him anywhere in the vicinity of that. If we had that, Thanos would snap his fingers and half our Royal Rumble participants would be gone, and Thanos might be gone himself as up over the top rope, but gets back. I don't think I've ever seen a participant get thrown over the top rope and then enter back in over the top rope. That might be a first. As here comes Carson Gum. Carson Gum gonna make his FWE debut, and this is our 4th of 6 wildcard entries, so we're getting them pretty early on here as big clothesline by Penguin turns him inside out. The Carsonist now squaring off with Penguin as Thanos trying to regain his composure over there in the far corner. Uh-oh. Penguin lifting up Carson, and Carson's immediately eliminated very handily by the Penguin. Look at this, the height difference between these 2. I wonder what it would look like if you had Josh Brolin standing side by side with Danny DeVito. Probably kind of like that. Oh, Thanos again up over the top. And Penguin cannot follow up. That's the second opportunity he had of eliminating Thanos. But Thanos gets back in. Big headbutt there by the Penguin, though. Criminal Mastermind versus the Titan, and oh boy. Big clothesline. There goes the Penguin. And this could be a very intimidating sight if you are entry number 15, walking down the ramp and you see the giant Thanos waiting for you. Oh, and this is interesting. It's going to be Jack Mitchell coming in at entry number 16. My apologies, I got the number wrong, but this is very interesting because when Thanos was announced that he was going to be on the FWE roster, Jack Mitchell was one of the few that's stepped up and said, I want to be able to have a match with Thanos. Well, here you go, Jack. In order to be able to get to the final spot in the men's world title picture, you're going to have to go through Thanos, who's going to deliver a chokeslam to Jack Mitchell. And where is Thanos going? You don't normally want to go to the top rope here in a Royal Rumble match, but he will to deliver the double axe handle. Or the double axe handle, as most people would say. Oh, and Jack up over the top, and he is gone. Thanos making quick work of Jack Mitchell. Well, Mitchell wanted his one-on-one against Thanos. He got it, but I don't think it had quite the result he was hoping for. As Thanos now may be looking to have a Jack Sparrow-esque run here in the Royal Rumble match. Sparrow ended up eliminating, 3 in a row, 4 in a row before he was eventually eliminated by the Penguin. Thanos so far has eliminated 2 in a row. And let's see if maybe potentially the 3rd in a row participant is coming down here, coming in at entry number 17. Oh boy. You talk about an interesting matchup. These two have a lot of history. The iconic lines, you should have gone for the head. It's Thor, the god of thunder. And how good would it feel for Thor if he could eliminate Thanos from this Royal Rumble match? Big bear hug on Thanos, who fights out of it. And Thor, I thought maybe was trying to throw Thanos over the top rope. Irish whipped him off the ropes, though. Thanos with some back elbows to the gut. And now Thanos with the bear hug on Thor. Thor trying to fight out of it. Big back elbows, and he's going to get free. But then just flattened as he tried to run into Thanos, and Thanos, like a giant sequoia, did not move. Oh, Thor almost got the elimination. That's about the 3rd time that Thanos has been close to being eliminated from the Rumble and has not been. And a big boot from Thanos takes down Thor. Here comes entry number 18. And it's going to be Hades. What a trifecta of individuals we've got in the ring right now. You've got Thor, the god of thunder. You've got Thanos, the Titan. And you've got Hades, the god of the underworld. And Hades immediately going after Thor. What an unholy alliance it would be if you had Hades and Thanos on a team. Oh my goodness. That doesn't look like they're going to team up. I wondered if maybe they team up against Thor, but nope. Oh, instead, Thor and Thanos are teaming up. Well, when it comes to a Royal Rumble match, you will see the most unlikeliest and probably unbelievable alliances, and we just saw it right there. And Hades delivered to the mat courtesy of a chokeslam. Thor, German suplex, and oh my gosh, what a powerful clothesline. Completely turning Thanos inside out. And Thor stands alone. Uh-oh, setting up for something. Oh, he might be going for a choke slam of his own, and he hits it on the over 7-footer. Thanos over the top rope. Hades not able to follow up. Flynn Rider now going to commit to entry number 19. Thanos in a precarious position. Flynn, he's ripe for the picking. And Flynn Rider is going to eliminate Thanos. Well, Flynn will be bragging to all of his friends at the Snuggly Duckling about that one, as he just eliminated one of the more dominant participants in this Royal Rumble match. Oh, backbreaker there from Thor to Flynn Rider. Hades is eliminated. I was going to say, he was propped up there against the ropes. Oh, Thor is eliminated! And just like that, Flynn Rider is the last man standing in the Royal Rumble match. We had 3 powerhouses inside the ring, and all gone in quick succession. Thanos, Hades, and Thor. And now Flynn Rider. I don't know if we can necessarily call him an underdog, but I don't necessarily know if we could have called him a favorite in this Rumble match. Drew a pretty good entry at 19, almost in the final third of the participants. And he awaits to see who entry number 20 is going to be. Is it going to be another of our wild card participants? Or is it going to be one of those that's already had been eliminated in our qualifying matchups? It's going to be Robbie Gilvin. One of those that did not qualify, with an opportunity here to be the 8th and final participant as a springboard forearm to Flynn Rider. A battle of the facial hair in this one. Oh, and now Flynn Rider looking to get a very quick elimination on Robbie Gilvin. Robbie not going to allow it. Stays in for the moment. Only 10 more participants until we're going to know who the 8th and final challenger will be. I should say the 7th challenger for Dylan Young's Tri-Wizard Tournament Championship. I am being told that our women's 8-women qualifying battle royal matchup, that's going to be taking place after the women's hardcore championship match, and subsequently the women's world championship match is going to be the main event here tonight to give whoever the 8th participant is in both the men's and the women's LCQs, to give them a little bit of time to be able to get some rest and be fresh somewhat for the world title matchups. As King Candy going to commit to entry number 20, and look at this. Working with fellow Disney character Flynn Rider, if you will. 2 entirely different era of Disney films, though. As Flynn Rider up over the top, Robbie Gilvin might have been going for the elimination, but then turned his attention to King Candy. One major difference between Flynn Rider and King Candy is one started out as a bad guy and became a good guy. One started out as a good guy, became a bad guy. And now King Candy looking for the elimination on Robbie Gilvin. And Robbie's going to stay in. I'm actually double checking, and yes, King Candy is the 5th of our wild card participants. So only one more surprise entry. All the rest going to be those that failed to qualify in their respective Fatal 5-Way qualifying matchups during the course of this past month. As Flynn Rider, a little mistiming there on the drop kick. King Candy off the ropes. Here comes entry 21 as Flynn Rider up over the top rope. Flynn's in trouble. Actually make that entry 22. And it's going to be Cole Eastwood. As we delve further and further into this field, the situation can be more and more favorable for these participants coming in at later entries. The odds are usually greater of winning a Royal Rumble match if you can draw a number in the final third of the field. Usually entries 27 through 30, your chances are the best. And we'll see who those lucky participants are here very soon, as right now 4 participants in the ring. Believe that this might be tied for the most we've had in the ring at a single time so far tonight, as we saw some tremendous runs in the early going. Jack Sparrow had a great run. Thanos had a great run going as well. But neither one were able to go the distance. Nice snap suplex there by Flynn Rider to King Candy. And Flynn. Wow. Nice arm drag there by Flynn Rider, but very risky as he was running that top rope for a moment. Precarious spot to be. As here comes entry number 23 as, ooh, nice pop rocks there by Cole Eastwood. That's going to be RJ Bishop, the Boga Man, coming in at entry number 23. We saw his tag team partner Nick Gunther earlier on. One half of Vicious and Delicious here with a pretty favorable entry. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic. Whoa, wait a minute. Hold that thought. RJ gets back in after Cole Eastwood delivers a face buster to King Candy. I was going to say, if RJ Bishop is able to win this thing, you've got an interesting rivalry going on between Flynn Rider, gonna hang on, but interesting dynamic rivalry going on between Matt McIntyre and Ernie the Keebler Elf. Well, RJ Bishop's got a bit of a rivalry with Dylan Young, but it's not gonna matter because he just got eliminated after a sequence of events there. I don't know if that was a double super kick from Cole Eastwood and King Candy, but definitely Eastwood's kick landed, and RJ is gone. Robbie Gilvin, oh man, hits the broski boot right across the face of Flynn Rider. Maybe that's why they can't get your face rest on the wanted posters there, Flynn, when you end up having it rearranged by Robbie Gilvin's foot. Entry number 24 getting set to enter into this Royal Rumble LCQ, and it will be Prince Ali Aladdin. Oh my gosh, Flynn Rider. Well, he has been playing it very risky here. He's been up in on that top rope a couple of times. There's a little meeting of the minds there. Flynn Rider and Aladdin, and that just fired Aladdin up. Now, both Aladdin and Flynn, their female counterparts, they're going to be in the world title picture later on tonight. Jasmine and Rapunzel both qualified in, as Robbie Gilvin was on the outside there, but he is going to get back in. And now puts a sleeper hold on King Candy. And King Candy going to fight out of that with a jawbreaker, nice counter. Flynn Rider, little disaster kick. Ooh, gets his foot caught up in the bottom rope there. And Robbie is eliminated. Suplexed out of the ring by King Candy. And there goes Cole Eastwood on the other side. Flynn Rider with the elimination. And now King Candy squaring off with Aladdin. Oh! Oh, into some type of an arm bar there. That's not going to eliminate your opponent, but it can wear them down at least, as entry 25 is going to be the Falcon, Sam Wilson. Sam Wilson, one of the representatives of the Dangerous Alliance. We saw one of his teammates, Thor, earlier on in this Rumble match. Got eliminated. His other teammate, still yet to come, and oh, there goes King Candy out of the ring. Got 5 entries left, and knowing who one of Sam Wilson's teammates is, that's going to be a big boy coming in late in this LCQ. I'm looking here down the list of those that did not qualify in the respective Fatal 5-Way matchups, and there's some big names still yet to come out. I'm at least looking at 2. Well, there's a 3rd, there's a 4th. And I think we still have, we still have a wild card entry as well. So I know who the 4 participants are. I don't know what entry number they're coming in. And then we still have 1 wild card entry yet to enter into this Royal Rumble match. It looks like Aladdin, Flynn Rider working together here to eliminate the Falcon. And they will get the job done. Sam Wilson eliminated, as here comes Levi McIntyre. And it looks like for the time being, Aladdin and Flynn Rider have got an alliance going on together here. This is smart. This late in the going, eliminate everybody else and maybe just settle it out between the 2 of you. Levi, the freshest individual right now, going to have to figure out some way to stave off this 2-on-1 assault. Maybe his best chance is just try and last this 90 seconds, hope that the next entry will come in, make the odds a little evener for him. Oh, but up over the top rope here. Aladdin and Flynn almost had Levi dead to rights. As Flynn with a nice standing Spanish fly. Got to stay away from those ropes if you're Levi McIntyre. Is Hurricane Rana by Flynn Rider. Aladdin follows it up with a kick that had seemingly no effect. And now Levi, the powerhouse, looking to shift the momentum back into his favor. But a good takedown there by Flynn Rider. But there you see, smart strategy by Levi. Rolls underneath the bottom rope and waits for the countdown. Veteran move there by Levi McIntyre. Let's see who comes in at entry number 26. Or 27, never mind. So with my miscount, oh, there goes Levi! So Levi McIntyre eliminated. Seth Cole coming in entry 27. So if that's the case, then we've had all our wild card individuals, and Flynn Rider is gone. Jack Sparrow had a great run going here in this Rumble match. We know Will Turner, he's going to be fighting for the title later on tonight. Seth Cole would love to make it 2 representatives out of the Black Pearl crew. If he can advance, drawing a very favorable entry at 27. So if I'm not mistaken, then I believe all of our wild card individuals have entered this matchup. I'm trying to think of who the 6th one was. We had Carson Gum, we had Thanos, we had Fabio Sparklemane, Homer Simpson. Trying to think of who the 5th one was, and then I'd have to remember who the 6th individual was. Oh, DDT there by Aladdin, or make that on Aladdin by Seth Cole. Yeah, I'm not pulling in who that other person would be, as Aladdin is eliminated. And here comes entry number 28. That's going to be Kyle Matthews. Very favorable entry for Kyle Matthews. And Kyle, imagine if he's able to win this Royal Rumble match, he would then be facing off against his Thrill Seekers teammate in Dylan Young. And he may very well do that as he eliminates Seth Cole. And only 2 entries remain. And as I'm going down this checklist, I believe I know who those 2 individuals are going to be. The question's going to be which number are they going to come in, and they're going to be 2 very daunting tasks for Kyle Matthews. We'll see if he's going to be up to the challenge. I believe one is going to be out of the DC universe, and the other one is going to be out of the Marvel universe. That's if I have the checklist correct here. And this is, again, just based off of individuals who did not advance in their qualifying matchups during the course of this month that have yet to enter into the ring. Kyle Matthews is going to get a long time here to be able to rest. And we saw what that can do for an individual with what we saw the runs by Jack Sparrow and Thanos. Kyle Matthews has hardly even thrown a punch in this Rumble match, and he's only 2 entries away from being the 8th and final participant in the world title picture later on tonight, as here comes one of the 2 I knew was going to be coming out. It's going to be the Hulk. Bruce Banner. What a favorable entry here for the men's Money in the Bank briefcase holder. If the Hulk's able to advance tonight, he could leave Fantasia as the world champion and still have his Money in the Bank briefcase. I don't think he would cash in on himself, but man, talk about a threatening scenario there for anybody else on the roster, knowing that, hey, you may end up being able to get a title shot later on down the road against Hulk, but then he could cash right back in on you if you're successful. Kyle up over the top, and the Hulk's going to eliminate Kyle Matthews, and we are now down to 2. Well, this isn't the FWE's version of WrestleMania or anything like that. It's only our first PLE, but if this was like a WrestleMania, we could very well be looking at Hulkamania. Yep, I went there. Final entry coming in, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be the representative out of the Gotham Inmates, the Joker. And indeed, that is who it is going to be. So we're going to have ourselves a good old DC Comics versus Marvel Comics face-off. The Joker versus the Hulk. One of these 2 individuals is going to later on tonight be in the Tri-Wizard Championship title picture. And the Hulk, obviously, with the strength and size advantage. Joker, though, the cunning, swift mover, not gonna matter. Hulk gets the elimination, and the Hulk is going to be the 8th and final participant in tonight's title picture. Could we be looking at the new Tri-Wizard champion? Only time will tell, as the Hulk is the winner of the LCQ Royal Rumble. Still plenty more to come here tonight in FWE Fantasia Women's Hardcore Championship on the line next. What an incredible start to FWE Fantasia it has been, as we get ready for
is a triple threat Extreme Rules match, and is for the Women's Hardcore Championship. Introducing the challenger from the of hell, the manifestation.
Well, I figured I'd let our ring announcer Mike Rowe announce that whole thing. As you heard, triple threat match, Extreme Rules stipulation, Women's Hardcore Championship on the line. As making her FWE debut is going to be the mistress of all evil, Maleficent, out of the Disney Sleeping Beauty franchise. Extreme Rules means anything goes, but Maleficent is not allowed to turn into a fire-breathing dragon in this matchup. That was clearly stated in her contract.
We're stepping in, we're not stepping out.
And introducing the challenger, representing the queen from overseas,
Well, the Queens is a growing faction with Rapunzel, Belle, Jasmine, Mulan, and now add to it the Little Mermaid, known as Ariel, who is also making her FWE debut. We mentioned earlier on the hardcore title on the line against two debuting participants, Maleficent and Ariel, with an opportunity here to, in just one match, be an FWE champion. If you're just joining us, it's the Hardcore Championship on the line here at FWE Fantasia. We've already run the 30-man Royal Rumble Gauntlet. The Hulk, the winner of that matchup, he will be in the men's title picture later on tonight.
and introducing the champion from Kingston, Jamaica, the Women's Hardcore Champion, Elizabeth Turner.
Well, we saw Elizabeth Turner get her title back from Black Widow inside of a steel cage. Tonight, though, puts the title back on the line, this time in a triple threat match. And in this type of a matchup, the champion does not have to be pinned or submitted, does not have to necessarily be in the decision. So the odds are stacked somewhat against Elizabeth Turner, but you see, also the holder of the Women's Money in the Bank briefcase. You gotta think that she's going to have a very close eye on the 8-woman matchup later on tonight with the Women's World Championship of the Galaxy title on the line. Could she pick her moment then to cash in and leave FWE Fantasia as the world champion? Referee Ernest Wright hoists that women's hardcore title up above his head, a title that has been held by numerous individuals here in FWE. Elizabeth Turner, as well as Black Widow, Harley Quinn, a former women's hardcore champion as well. As here we go, Maleficent gonna square up with Elizabeth Swann. Ariel now gonna enter into this mix as she's got Maleficent in the airplane spin head scissors. Basically, the strategy in this type of a matchup is maybe team up against one individual, get them out of the picture, outside the ring, something like that, and then square off in a 1v1 inside the ropes. It is an Extreme Rules match, so weaponry, anything outside the ring can be used at your disposal. However, the pinfall or submission has to take place inside of the ring. As Ariel on the outside, Elizabeth Swann just posited to the outside as well. Ariel is going for something under the ring, and Elizabeth's not going to allow her to do it. And now looking for the Hurricane Run on the outside, and hits it does Elizabeth. Woo! Same idea there by both Ariel and Elizabeth, both going for a drop kick. And Ariel delivered into the steel steps. Well, Ariel wanted to be where the people are. Oh, nice flatliner there on Maleficent. But I'm not sure this is what Ariel counted on. Went for a kendo stick. Maleficent cut her off, and Elizabeth Swann, I think, was going for a double cross body. And I think it took more out of her than it did out of Ariel and Maleficent. as Bulldog inside the ring by Ariel, and Elizabeth Swann's got herself a sledgehammer cover by Ariel on Maleficent, and Elizabeth quick to break that up with her title hanging in the balance. I have been told that after this matchup will be the LCQ match for the women. 8th and final participant for the Women's World Championship going to be determined in an 8-woman battle royal. Still to come tonight as well, Intercontinental Championship on the line. Michael Norman defending against Elmo. We've of course got the women's and men's world titles on the line here this evening as well. As Elizabeth Swann with a takedown on Maleficent. Far side, Ariel going under the ring. And she's got a steel chair. Well, it looks like she was going to try and come around to Elizabeth Swann, but Maleficent in the way, and Maleficent going to get the chair delivered to the back of the head. You wear down your opponent out here, but you have to put them back inside the ring to be able to go for a pinfall or a submission. And it looks like, at least for the time being, it looked like Elizabeth Swann and Ariel were kind of both teaming up against Maleficent. Trying to take her out of the equation. Oh, and went for the springboard moonsault. Did Ariel, completely missed her target. And now Elizabeth Swann fired up. Drop kick to the back of Ariel after the Hurricane Run on Maleficent. Ariel gonna roll outside of the ring. And now Maleficent looking, ooh. Midsection of Elizabeth Swann right up on that top rope, going for a cover and a quick kick out before referee Ernest Wright even was able to bring his hand down for one. Oh, and Elizabeth Swann was going for, it looked like a springboard leg drop, completely missed, and I believe she landed on that table out there and then gets hit by the ladder courtesy of Maleficent. And somehow Elizabeth back on her feet already. Ariel was going for a drop kick, but Elizabeth Swann too quick, got out of the way. And now Maleficent, nice snap suplex. Oh, nice moves there by Elizabeth Swann, following up with the 619, and oh, now Ariel intercepts with an airplane spin. Snapmare there by Swann. And just a straight forearm. Jelly legs Ariel. Oh, Swann was going for something. Maleficent with the go behind. And a suplex to Ariel. And now, nice DDT there by Elizabeth Swann. Hooks the leg there, does Maleficent, into a heel hook, and you saw Ariel breaking that up. If Elizabeth Swann had tapped, Maleficent would be the new women's hardcore champion. And a 619 delivered in the corner by Ariel. Spanish fly. Pretty sure that Ariel is from the Sweden area, as she's gonna miss the splash. And now Maleficent bringing Ariel closer away from the ropes. I'm not necessarily certain. I don't think that there's a rope break rule in an Extreme Rules match. I could be wrong. Oh, that could be it right there! The swinging cutter by Elizabeth Swann to retain the title, and Ariel gonna break it up at 1. Ariel was down for a moment, and I thought Elizabeth had timed that move perfectly. Ariel keeps the title picture open for the time being. Now where is Ariel going? Looked like she was thinking about going to deliver more punishment to Elizabeth Swann. She may pay the price. Alabama slam. And now into the Dragon's Wings. Submission move there by Maleficent. And Elizabeth Swann quickly breaks that up. Now, so far in this triple threat, it's been difficult to kind of pick a clear favorite. You got to give some advantage to the championship savvy of Elizabeth Swann, multi-time hardcore champion. She is at a disadvantage in terms of the odds stacked against her. There's a nice snap suplex there by Ariel. Uh-oh. Oh, hits the Buster. And this could be the opportunity that Ariel is looking for. Elizabeth Swann, a little dazed on the outside. Ariel might be looking for the splash. She missed it the first time. She hits it this time. Cover for the title. And Elizabeth Swann gonna break it up. And Bulldog. Now going for the cover once again for the championship. Maleficent on the outside, and a kick out at 2. Ariel very nearly getting her first championship in FWE. As she delivers a drop kick right to the side of the head there. Uh-oh, Maleficent. Oh, I thought Maleficent might be going for that heel hook again. Big clothesline to Elizabeth Swann. Now Maleficent inside the ring with Elizabeth Swann. Ariel on the outside. Now she comes back in. Oh, and Elizabeth. I think Elizabeth was going for a head scissors, but instead, I think her feet hit the back of Maleficent's head. Oh, man, nice springboard splash there by Ariel onto Maleficent. Drop kick in the corner to Elizabeth Swann. And now Elizabeth rolls to the outside. Maleficent having to use the ropes to hold herself up. Again, Ariel with a golden opportunity here. Can she make the most of it? Nice head scissors takedown there. Goes for the cover, but Elizabeth is stirring. And she's going to break that up. Ariel's been close a couple of times. But both times Elizabeth Swann's been around to keep her championship hopes alive. Now what's Elizabeth thinking here? Standing moonsault. And now, airplane spin, head scissors on Ariel. Uh-oh, Dragon's Wings locked in again. And I think Elizabeth may have caught both with that drop kick. I think she caught Ariel in the face, which in turn got Maleficent in the midsection. And look at both of them down and out. Now the champion, Elizabeth Swann, with the advantage. Looks like she's going to go after Maleficent on the outside. That might have been costly because she's going to get a DDT delivered right down to the mat. Ariel looking for the stunner. And now, stunner as well by Elizabeth. This could be all but the crying. Elizabeth delivers Ariel back inside the ring, but she stayed outside. That could be costly. Mistake by the champ. Maleficent's going to put Elizabeth back inside the ring, though. And now Maleficent. Big suplex there to Elizabeth. Ariel with an enziguri. Here's the cover for the title. Where's Elizabeth? And there she is. Breaks it up at 2. Oh! Swinging cutter, cover, and not even gonna get a 1 count there. Maleficent quick to make sure she broke that up. Oh, might have been going for a suplex. Elizabeth squirted out and now hits, well, that might have been a leg drop. It almost looked like it was a knee drop to the back of the head. And now Elizabeth looking maybe for that knockout blow. Hits the Pele kick. Crawling for the cover. Ariel, where is she going? Cover is in. And Ariel gonna break it up. And now Ariel going back up to the top. Hits the splash way across the ring. But right in front of Elizabeth again, who breaks it up. Ariel now with the airplane spin on Elizabeth. Elizabeth down. Maleficent is down. And now looking for another head scissors here on Maleficent. Oh, whoa, what a pile driver by Elizabeth. And this could be it. Looking for the drop kick to the side of the head. Doesn't go for the cover though, goes to the outside. Elizabeth, I don't know if she's just distracted here, trying to make sure that she takes out both participants. Uh-oh, heel hook in. Heel hook in by Maleficent. Is Elizabeth gonna tap? No, shifts the hips. Gonna be able to fight out of it. And now Maleficent with a shot to the midsection. Standing Spanish fly by Ariel. Here's the cover for the title. This could be it. And it is! Ariel is the new Women's Hardcore Champion.
Here is your winner, Women's Hardcore Champion,
Well, Ariel was close so many times, but Elizabeth Swann was always there to spoil it. Finally gets the pinfall, and Ariel is leaving Fantasia as the Women's Hardcore Champion. Up next is the Women's LCQ Battle Royal. Well, 7 women are set to fight for the Women's World Championship of the Galaxy, but we still got to determine one more 8th and final participant.
Is a 6-woman battle royal. Making her way to the ring, representing the Queens from Paris, France.
And an error on my part, I apologize. I said it was going to be an 8-woman battle royal. It's actually a 6-woman battle royal. I got the 8 from the women participants that will be in the title match later on tonight. Indeed, a 6-woman battle royal right here. The 6 women that did not advance in their respective tournaments. One last opportunity in this LCQ.
And her opponents, first from Moscow, Russia, the Spider Black.
Well, we saw Black Widow, a former Women's Hardcore Champion, gained the title from Elizabeth Swann, lost it back to Elizabeth Swann, and Swann just lost the title to Ariel. Black Widow with an opportunity here to fight for another championship title belt. Black Widow lost in her qualifying matchup to Rapunzel. Belle, who we saw make her way out earlier, lost her qualifying matchup to Daphne Blake.
And another time,
Katniss Everdeen going to be the third participant here in this LCQ Battle Royal. She ended up losing in her qualifying matchup to Jasmine, one of the representatives of the Queens. Battle Royal very similar in many ways to the Royal Rumble match that we saw earlier on the men's side. The only difference is that the women don't come out at timed intervals. All 6 women will start in the ring at the same time, but same kind of criteria applies, where you have to throw your opponent over the top rope, both feet hit the floor for an elimination. Last woman standing will be the 8th and final participant for later on tonight's main event with the Women's World Championship of the Galaxy on the line. What a barn burner of a qualifying matchup we had last week in the go-home show. It was Wonder Woman Diana taking on one of the daughters of Thanos, Nebula. Maybe the best qualifying matchup we've had. Nebula came out on top, but Wonder Woman put up quite a fight. Both of those women definitely would have made worthy opponents in the title picture. Could we see Wonder Woman get a little redemption here in this LCQ? Arguably, looking on paper, you'd have to think one of the strongest women in this Battle Royal matchup.
And representing the corporation from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Velvet Disney.
Well, Velma Dinkley, one of the representatives out of Mystery Incorporated. We already know that Daphne Blake has moved on to fight for the title later on tonight. Velma would love to be able to join her tag team partner. Velma came up short in her qualifying matchup against another of the daughters of Thanos, that being Gamora.
And representing the Queen from the People's Republic of China, the Ancient Nightmare.
Well, Mulan, the Asian Nightmare, one of 2 representatives out of the faction known as the Queens here tonight. We know that there will be 2 in the Women's World title match later on tonight as well, that being Jasmine and Rapunzel. Mulan in a losing effort to Harley Quinn in her qualifying matchup, but what a night this could be for the Queens if Mulan or Belle, it can't be both, it can only be one. If either of them move on to fight for the World Championship later on tonight, that's 3 of the 8 participants out of that faction, and already that faction's gotten off to a good start here tonight with Ariel just recently picking up the Women's Hardcore Championship. So we'll see if either Mulan or Belle going to be able to advance here in this Battle Royal and have one final opportunity to battle for the Women's Championship belt. Bell rings and here we go. 6 women, only 1 will be moving on in this LCQ. Again, as mentioned, rules are simple. Throw your opponent over the top rope. Both feet must hit the floor for an elimination. Who is going to move on to face off against Rapunzel, Gamora, Jasmine, Harley Quinn, Daphne Blake, Nebula, and the Women's World Champion of the Galaxy, Cruella de Vil. We've already seen one title determined here tonight in a multi-women matchup, and it did not end well for the champion. Elizabeth Swann losing the hardcore title, Ariel the new hardcore champion. Both Dylan Young, the Tri-Wizard champion, and Cruella de Vil, the Women's World Champion. The odds are stacked against them, leaving Fantasia with their championship gold still intact as Black Widow in trouble over there. Mulan trying to get an elimination, and I believe Black Widow was able to stay in, at least for the time being. Bell with a nice DDT there on Wonder Woman. Oh, and Katniss with a pump kick on Velma. Mulan. Suplex into a clothesline. I guess there's no friends in this matchup. That's two of the members of the Queens going toe-to-toe. Oh, Wonder Woman up over the top. Might be the first one eliminated from this Battle Royal. Bell looking to get the elimination. Diana trying to hang on. And at least for the time being, he is going to stay in. Well, folks, I'm being told that coming up next, the Tri-Wizard Championship is on the line. We saw earlier on tonight, the Hulk was the winner of the 30-man last chance qualifying Royal Rumble match. He will now join Ernie the Elf, Matt McIntyre, Shaggy Rogers, Hercules, Harry Potter, William Turner, and the champion Dylan Young in that matchup with the championship hanging in the balance. One woman that will not fight for the title later on tonight is going to be Katniss Everdeen, who was eliminated by Black Widow. And Mulan in trouble. And she's just going to stay alive there. That was Wonder Woman looking for the elimination. Wow, what a forearm there by Black Widow, one of the best strikers on the women's roster. And Velma. Thought maybe Bell might be going for the elimination there. But Velma delivered into the corner. Nice suplex there by Bell. Clothesline from Velma to Mulan. Velma, what an uppercut there to Wonder Woman. That didn't seem to have any effect, and what a knee strike from Mulan. Velma in trouble on the far side. Wonder Woman looking for the elimination, and there goes Velma.
A competitor has been eliminated.
Well, jinkies for Velma. She's eliminated from this Battle Royale. Now Black Widow in trouble. Mulan looking to eliminate. Oh, not going to be able to quite eliminate Natasha Romanoff. Now, well, followed it up. Good job by Mulan not to let up. And Black Widow is eliminated. We are down to 3. A couple of representatives of the Queens. And then the daughter of Zeus. I'd have to think that if you're Belle and Mulan, you'd want to work together here against the Amazon, but doesn't look like that's the case. Oh, wow. And big power bomb from Wonder Woman to Belle. And that just runs over Mulan. A little showboating in the corner, though, might cost her. Mulan with some swift kicks. Now turns her attention back to Belle. Arm breaker takedown. And there goes Belle over the top. And Belle is eliminated. We're down to 2. Wonder Woman and Mulan. Oh, what a slam by Wonder Woman. And a suplex, throwing Mulan halfway across the ring. It's the splash. And you can sense the end may be near for Mulan. Uh-oh. looking for the Glam Slam. And it may all be academic here. Mulan up. Well, no. Mulan able to stay inside of the ropes. And now, the claw. Wonder Woman with the claw, trying to completely weaken the central nervous system of her opponent. Mulan off the ropes. And into another slam. Mulan with a shoulder tackle, did nothing but that facebuster will. Mulan trying to mount a comeback. Can she eliminate Wonder Woman? This is all for an opportunity at the title. Wonder Woman in a precarious position. Mulan looking for the elimination, looking to move on to the main event. And Wonder Woman gonna fight back. Elbows to the shins. Oh, but what a kick! Lights out! And now Mulan with a knee breaker. You could inflict as much punishment as you want, but you gotta throw your opponent over the top rope and both feet must hit the floor for the elimination. Now Mulan. UFC style kicks there in the corner. Has she done enough? Wonder Woman up on the top rope, not over the top rope. Fighting to stay in. And a glancing blow right across the side of the head there. Gonna keep her in for the time being. Now Wonder Woman brings Mulan to the ropes. Looking for the elimination herself. Can Mulan hang on? And no, she cannot. It's gonna be Wonder Woman moving on. In this LCQ, she will be the 8th and final participant to fight for the championship later on tonight. Wonder Woman and Nebula will be able to rekindle their rivalry from last week, but this time the championship will be hanging in the balance. We finally know our card for the championship matchups, and up next, it's the Tri-Wizard Championship on the line. 8-man elimination style match here at FWE Fantasia.
The following contest is an elimination match and is for the Men's World Championship. Introducing the challenger from parts unknown, weighing in at 103 pounds, Eerie.
Well, folks, we have had a month of qualifying matchups. We had the LCQ Battle Royal Rumble earlier on tonight. It is now time to find out who is going to, in the very first FWE PLE, who is going to be walking out of Fantasia with championship gold. Dylan Young, the incumbent champion. 7 participants are going to look to take that title from him, the first of which being the chief elf of the Keebler Elves, Ernie. Ernie the Elf winning his qualifying matchup against opponents such as Jack Mitchell, RJ Bishop, Peter Pan, and the Penguin. Was the first participant to lock himself into this championship matchup going back to the very first episode of Fantasy Wrestling Entertainment.
representing the Crew from London, England, weighing in at 190 pounds, William Turner.
Well, from the first person to lock themselves in via qualifying matchup to the last person to lock themselves in via qualifying matchup. Just last week, we saw William Turner lock himself into this title picture, the only representative of the Black Pearl Crew. We saw Jack Sparrow have a good showing in the Royal Rumble match earlier on tonight. Seth Cole had a good drawing, but neither were able to take advantage of the situation. William Turner winning his qualifying matchup against the likes of Hades, Sam Wilson, Anthony McCreary, and Aladdin.
And from Manchester, England, weighing in at 100 pounds, Harry Potter.
Well, I guess it's no secret we talked about this during his qualifying matchup that the Tri-Wizard Championship, yep, you guessed it, takes its inspiration from the Harry Potter franchise. So how important is this matchup here tonight for the boy who lived? You gotta think there's some extra motivation to have that particular theme title around his waist when we leave FWE Fantasia. Harry Potter advanced his way into this tournament, winning his qualifying matchup against the likes of Seth Cole, Flynn Rider, Cole Eastwood, and Levi McIntyre. Could the boy who lived be the boy who won the championship here tonight at FWE Fantasia?
Remain strong.
And from Mount Olympus, weighing in at 270 pounds, Wonderboy.
Well, before the Hulk ended up winning the last chance qualifying Royal Rumble match earlier on tonight, I would have said that on paper Hulk comes in, or make that Hercules comes in as the strongest participant in tonight's title matchup, but now I'm not so sure. We'll have to see if Wonderboy, well, he's a hero, but will he be a champion? Hercules qualified his way in, winning his qualifying matchup against the likes of Ed, Dr. Facilier, Hamburglar, and Kyle Matthews.
And representing the corporation from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, weighing in at 126 pounds, Shaggy Rogers.
Well, it looks like they were finally able to get him out of catering. Shaggy Rogers, representative of Mystery Incorporated. The only representative, Mystery Incorporated, on the men's side in this qualifying matchup. We saw his tag team partner Fred Jones in the LCQ Battle Royal earlier on tonight. Was unsuccessful. Shaggy Rogers advancing in a pretty stacked lineup, as a matter of fact. The qualifying matchup he was in not only involved his tag team partner Fred Jones, but also Thor, Santa and the Joker. Another member of Mystery Incorporated, Daphne Blake, going to be in the Women's World title match later on tonight in our main event. Well, this will mark the second time that Matt McIntyre has been in line for an FWE Championship. First time for the World Championship. He was in that Elimination Chamber match for the United States Championship a while back. Matt McIntyre here tonight with a chance of capturing the Tri-Wizard World Championship, but does he have tunnel vision tonight, or is his, is his attention a little bit askewed because another of the participants in this match is Ernie the Elf, and we know that the heated rivalry between Matt McIntyre and the Keebler Elves has been almost legendary. I mentioned about this during his qualifying match, and Matt McIntyre is saying, hey, I've got 2 goals in mind tonight. And if I win the championship, I accomplish both of those. If I win the title, that means the Keebler Elf doesn't get it. But I want to make sure he doesn't walk out with the championship belt.
Representing the Dangerous Alliance from New York, weighing in at 600 pounds.
Well, we saw earlier on tonight the Hulk coming in at a late entry 29 in that LCQ Royal Rumble match. He made the most of it, eliminating the Joker to become the 8th participant in this world title picture. He's the holder of the Money in the Bank briefcase, and he could be leaving tonight as the world champion. If Hulk's unsuccessful in tonight's title match, does he cash in the Money in the Bank on whoever is the winner? He's got that little added insurance in tonight's matchup.
The champion, representing the Thrill Seekers from Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 220 pounds, the Men's World Champion, Dylan Young.
Well, the odds here tonight certainly stacked against the champion, who I'm sure has been very interested in watching these qualifying matchups to see who his 7 respective opponents were going to be. Dylan Young puts the Tri-Wizard Championship on the line here tonight. Can he run the gauntlet and retain his championship? Remember, when he won the title inside Elimination Chamber, the title was on the line, but there was not an ingoing title holder. So there was no defense for the championship. Tonight, there is. Well, we've been waiting a month. We finally get this matchup underway. Hulk, Hercules, William Turner, Ernie the Elf, Matt McIntyre, Harry Potter, Shaggy Rogers, and the champion Dylan Young. This is an elimination style matchup. Anything goes outside of the ring. Weapons are allowed, all that stuff. No countouts, no disqualifications. However, pinfall submission have to take place inside of the ring. And it is a elimination style, which means that we will have 7 eliminations before we determine who the Tri-Wizard champion is going to be. Cover here inside the ring. That was an early cover by Ernie on Matt. So you can see that rivalry, it did not take long to come to a head here. As soon as the bell rang, they went after each other. Smart by Dylan Young to the outside as Will Turner with a chair and not going to be able to use it. Dylan Young saw it coming and a clothesline to Will Turner on the outside. Now, one thing that you will not see in this matchup, when somebody has a pinfall or a submission, very unlikely that anybody else will try to break it up. Because actually, if you allow the pinfall or submission to take place, you are increasing your chances of winning the World Championship. Somebody else is, in essence, doing the dirty work for you. 6 of our participants outside of the ring, inside of the ring, Matt McIntyre and Hercules, who gets delivered to the canvas via DDT. Covered by Matt on Hercules. Kick out at 1. Oh, Dylan Young. Oh, gosh, wow. Trifecta of moves there. Shaggy with a cover on Will Turner. Dylan Young's got a heel hook of some kind there, a leg lock on Matt McIntyre. Matt's going to fight out of it. Alabama slam by Hercules to Shaggy. And a big move there by Will Turner to Matt McIntyre. A lot of stuff taking place right out here in front of us with Harry Potter, Ernie the Elf, and the Hulk. We're keeping our focus inside of the ring, though, because anything that happens outside of the ring, it can do damage to your opponent, but it will not be able to count towards an elimination. It can only happen between the ropes. That's where our main focus is going to be here in this matchup. Dylan Young with a DDT to Hercules. And then a drop kick, it looked like there, to William Turner. Harry Potter's down inside the ring. Now Dylan Young and Shaggy square off in the corner. Backbreaker by Hercules to Ernie. Matt McIntyre with a shot low on the Hulk. Oh, and then the Hulk with a back elbow takes down Matt McIntyre. Shaggy. Airplane head scissors on the champ. Cover. Hulk's got a cover on Matt McIntyre, who kicks out at 2. Remember, the Hulk was in a matchup earlier on tonight, though he wasn't in it for very long. This is a relatively fresh Hulk. Came into that Royal Rumble match, entry number 29. Only had to eliminate 2 people, Kyle Matthews and the Joker. Oh! But he just took a steel chair right to the cranium, courtesy of the Keebler Elf, who now gets taken down by Will Turner. Cover for the elimination. And a kick out at 1. Very difficult to see inside the ring. There's a massive humanity right out here in front of us. Dylan Young, Harry Potter, Shaggy, Hercules. Neckbreaker inside of the ring by Ernie. And now a senton to the back of Harry Potter. Dylan Young, the champion. Backbreaker. Will Turner with a side Russian leg sweep. Harry Potter, side Russian leg sweep of his own to Shaggy. Absolute mayhem. Oh, we got a cover. Small package cover on Harry Potter. And just able to get it out is Harry Potter, the boy who kicked out. Shaggy with a drop kick to the Hulk. The melee still taking place out here in front of us. Uh-oh. Shaggy might not want to be there. Alabama slam. Hulk with a cover on Shaggy. Referee took a little bit of time there getting to that cover, and Shaggy kicks out before referee's hands even came down for a 1 count. Oh, Matt McIntyre might be looking for a sharpshooter. No, instead, believe he went for the stomp. And he'll look for the cover here on Shaggy. And Shaggy kicks out at 2. Oh, big slam by the Hulk to Matt McIntyre. And Matt will exit the ring. Meanwhile, still a scrum out here with Hercules, Ernie, William, Harry. I believe for a time Dylan Young was in the middle of that. He has since been able to kind of break himself away. As inside of the ring, Shaggy continuing to square off with the Hulk. Matt McIntyre, oh! Brings Ernie down face first on our announce table. Cover inside the ring. Shaggy's got a cover on the Hulk. And a kick out. Where'd you hear that shot right there? A body shot from Hercules to Ernie the Elf. Ernie with a DDT to Harry Potter. Meanwhile, inside the ring, Matt McIntyre has joined the fray. And Shaggy with a bulldog on Matt McIntyre. Cover to eliminate Matt. Kick out at 1. Oh, Hercules has been busted open. That can make it difficult to be able to see the blood running down into your eyes. It will actually burn. Hercules fighting through it. And delivers a dominator on the outside to the champion Dylan Young. Oh, wow. Full Nelson suplex by Matt McIntyre to Shaggy Rogers, who kicks out at 1. What an incredible night it has been. What an incredible night it will continue to be. The Tri-Wizard Championship on the line here. All 8 participants still in this matchup, but Shaggy might be going. Matt with a submission move locked in. Shaggy gonna fight out of it. Earlier on tonight, women's hardcore title exchanged hands. Ariel, the new women's hardcore champion, as a DDT by Shaggy on Matt McIntyre for the first elimination of this matchup and a kick out at 2. Still to come, Michael Norman puts the Intercontinental Championship on the line against Elmo. And then in our main event, Cruella DeVille puts her title on the line as a spear by Shaggy to Matt McIntyre. Cover is in. And Matt is eliminated. Shaggy Rogers with a shocking, spine-scintillating spear as the Hulk's been busted open. Hercules and the Hulk have both been lacerated in this matchup. We're down to 7. Still to come later tonight, as mentioned, though, in our main event, Cruella DeVille puts the Women's World Championship of the Galaxy on the line. Top rope bulldog by Shaggy. Cover in on Harry Potter, looking for his second elimination of the match. And Harry Potter will just get the right shoulder up. Moonsaults. Cover again. And another kick out by Harry Potter. Oh, Shaggy was going for something. Harry Potter cut him off at the pass. And Shaggy with a crash landing down back into the ring. I believe we have another individual on the outside that has been busted open. It might be the champion, Dylan Young. Trying to get a good look over there. We know that Hercules has been busted open. We know the Hulk has. And I believe Dylan Young also has been busted open. Harry Potter went head first into the steel ring post, and now he's bleeding. Harry's going to have a nice little scar to go along with his little lightning bolt scar. And Dylan just got delivered to the steel ring post. All 7 of our remaining participants outside of the ring right now. Pinfall or submission has to take place inside of the ropes. But a lot of the action has taken place outside for most of this matchup. Now Harry put back in, Ernie's back in, the Hulk is back in. Facebuster to Ernie the Elf. DDT by Harry Potter. Could Harry eliminate the Hulk? Facebuster. Cover. Is the Hulk going to be eliminated? No. Kick out at 1. And now Harry Potter follows it up with a moonsault. And now Harry back up to the top rope again. Oh, hits the 450 moonsault. Cover is in on the Hulk. 1, 2, and Hulk is eliminated. The Hulk made his way in via the LCQ Royal Rumble earlier on tonight. He is the 2nd elimination in this matchup. We are down to 6. And now everybody's back inside the ring. Ernie with the pop rocks on Hercules. And hits the swinging stunner on Harry Potter to eliminate Harry. And Potter is eliminated. Dylan Young with a cover on William Turner. And a kick out at 1. We're down to 5. Hercules, Ernie, Dylan, William, and Shaggy. And I believe Ernie the Elf. Yes, Ernie the Elf has been busted open. Small package suplex. William Turner to eliminate Ernie the Elf. And Ernie is eliminated. Half our field is down. Only 4 remain. And the champion is one of them. Dylan Young is still in this matchup. As now Shaggy with a side Russian leg sweep to the champ. It's Hercules, William Turner, Shaggy Rogers, Dylan Young. They are the 4 left. As, ooh, nice cover here by William Turner, and Shaggy Rogers is just going to slip out. A double arm suplex into a pinning predicament. I don't think I've ever seen that move before. And it very nearly brought us down to our final 3. Hercules hoisting up William Turner. Power bomb. Cover. Is William Turner going to be eliminated? And yes, he will. We are down to a triple threat. Hercules, Dylan Young, Shaggy Rogers. One of these 3 is leaving FWE Fantasia as the Tri-Wizard World Champion. Dylan Young has been able to run the gauntlet so far. The odds were stacked, not in his favor. But could he overcome them and still remain champion? GTS to Hercules! And just like that, we are down to Dylan and Shaggy for the championship. European uppercut to the back of the head. Can Dylan Young do it? Or will Shaggy be the new champion? Dylan, top rope, hits the elbow, or did he? He might have actually missed. Shaggy looking for the Bulldog on the outside. All it's going to take is 1 pinfall, 1 submission. Stunner! Shaggy's got to get him back inside the ring, though. Shaggy setting up for something. looking for the stunner again. That could be it, but he's got to get Dylan back in the ring. He does so, deposits Dylan back between the ropes. Shaggy going for the cover. Could this be it after the double stunner? Will we have a new champ? Yes, we will! Shaggy Rogers pins the champion, and now Shaggy is the new FWE Tri-Wizard Champion. For the first time, Shaggy Rogers holds championship gold here in Fantasy Wrestling Entertainment. He's the new Tri-Wizard Champion. 2 more championships still to be decided. But what could be next here at FANTASIA? Don't go away. We'll be right back.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Intercontinental Championship.
Well, welcome back, folks, here at FW FANTASIA. We are still reeling from what we just had occur. Shaggy Rogers, the new Tri-Wizard Champion. And could we be in line for our 3rd title change of the night as Elmo looks for Intercontinental Championship gold after winning that 6-man elimination style matchup in last week's go-home show main event. The Hardcore Championship has changed hands. The Tri-Wizard World Championship just changed hands. That is a trend that is good right now if you are the challenger for the Intercontinental Championship. But we have a very dominant IC title holder that Elmo is going to have to go through. And it's going to be Michael Norman, the champion, looking to be the first individual tonight to retain his title. First title defense for Michael Norman. As Michael, the last time we saw him on FWE, he was in that mid-card championship bragging rights match, if you will, against the United States champion Gaston, Michael winning that matchup. So some good momentum for him coming into this title defense. Can anybody still believe what we just saw? Dylan Young almost retained his title, but Shaggy Rogers, he will be the outgoing Tri-Wizard champion. As here we go. Intercontinental Championship on the line. Elmo looking to take the title from the incumbent champion, Michael Norman.
Introducing the challenger from the internet, weighing in at 100 pounds, Eli Mondo. And his opponent from Orlando, Florida, weighing in at 296 pounds, the Intercontinental Champion, Michael Norton.
this is going to be probably one of the most normal matchups we'll have here on the card for FWE Fantasia. It's just a normal matchup for the Intercontinental Championship. Pinfall, submission, disqualification, countouts, they all count in this one. Champion's advantage for Michael Norman, who's going to go immediately to the strength game with the sidewalk slam. Now on paper, you would certainly think that this is a mixed match, that Elmo is definitely the underdog, but let's not forget that in that main event last week, who was it that Elmo eliminated last to be the #1 contender? It was Shrek. So Elmo proving that size and strength, while he may be at a disadvantage there, you cannot count him out. But right now, Michael Norman just putting on a show of strength, much like we saw him do in his matchup with Gaston, as again, a bench press slam on Elmo, and now looks to hit the splash. This match could be over quickly as Michael rolling to the outside. Shoulder tackles Elmo down to the mat, and referee will begin the count. Elmo cannot win the title on a countout. Michael, however, can retain the championship on a countout with champion's advantage. So Michael going to deliver as much punishment as he can here outside of the ring, if he decides to then deposit Elmo back into the squared circle, which indeed he will do at a count of 4. We don't see Michael go up to the top rope very often. What is he looking for here? Well, he thought better of whatever it was, and it may cost him that momentary hesitation as Elmo with a DDT into the standing moonsault. Now Elmo starting to find some offense, another standing moonsault. And now looking for the airplane head scissors takedown, which he will hit. Michael reeling a little bit here. Elmo with the reverse DDT. And Michael gonna roll to the outside. Elmo not gonna allow him any opportunity for rest though, as he hits the over the top rope senton. But for Elmo, he's got to get Michael back in the ring. Title cannot change hands out there. He's got to be aware of the referee's count. Well, what an unbelievable night it's been here in the very first FWE PLE here at Fantasia. I'm going to have no voice left after this is concluded, but we've still got one more matchup to come here tonight after this one. The Women's World Championship of the Galaxy on the line. Cruella de Vil can't be all that thrilled in the fact that Dylan Young almost was able to win his 8-man elimination match, but came up just short. The odds are stacked against her with her championship on the line here tonight. And there are a lot of formidable opponents that would love to leave FWE Fantasia as the new Women's World Champion. Elmo with the takedown. Fired up, looking for the cover. Is Elmo going to be the new Intercontinental Champion? And a kick out at 2 by Michael Norman. Michael whipped into the corner, back elbow though. And now, thought he might be going for the sidewalk slam, but instead just a straight up power slam to Elmo. Off the ropes. Michael, another slam. And now just a straight right hand into the German suplex. Might be looking for the clothesline follow-up that turns Elmo inside out. Cover, but Elmo's left foot was under the rope. Michael, though, looking for the finishing blow. The end of days to Elmo. That could be it to retain the title. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. I thought that was it. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought Michael was retaining the title, but Elmo, the ever resilient, gets the shoulder up. And the fans here in Albany are loving it, chanting "Fight Forever." Michael, top rope shoulder tackle. And now gonna work on the left arm of Elmo. Now the bear hug. Elmo loves hugs, but not these kind. Can Elmo fight out of it, or will he submit? Referee Ernest Wright right there. And Michael gonna release the hold. I don't know if that might be something that will come back to haunt the champion. But Michael, again, working on the back. Second backbreaker. And now again gonna work on the arm, targeting that left elbow. And again a shot. And now hits the big splash. But Michael is determined. It's almost as if he's trying to get that left arm out of the shoulder, out of the socket. Now Michael setting up, might be looking for the power bomb. Could this be it? Hits it. Referee Ernest Wright checks that his shoulders are down. And Michael is going to retain the title. Well, Elmo kept his hopes alive, but Michael, not to be denied, retains the Intercontinental Championship here tonight at FWE Fantasia. First title retention of the evening. Well, Michael Norman will await his next challenger, but up next, Women's World Championship on the line in tonight's main event. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time here for the Women's World Championship.
The following contest is an elimination match and is for the Women's Universal Championship. Introducing the challenger, representing the corporation from Truth or Consequences, New Mexico, Don Blake.
Well, earlier on tonight, member of the Mystery Incorporated, Shaggy Rogers, got himself the Tri-Wizard Championship title belt. Could Daphne make them the most dangerous faction in FWE if she's able to get the World Championship tonight on the women's side? Daphne Blake qualified her way into this title picture with a qualifying matchup win over Belle.
And representing the Queens from Camelot, the Lost Princess.
Rapunzel going to be one of two representatives here tonight out of the faction known as the Queens. As a matter of fact, Rapunzel was the very first official challenger that we knew of, winning the first qualifying matchup against Black Widow. Rapunzel has kind of been waiting in the wings for a number of weeks to see who the other opponents were going to be, and finally, she gets her shot at the Women's World Championship title.
Representing the Bad Girls from out of this world, one half of the Women's Superstars Tag Team Champions, Girl Dynamite.
Well, we're going to have both of the Daughters of Thanos in tonight's title match. Gamora looking to leave FWE Fantasia as a double champion, one half of the Women's Disney Tag Team Champions. Gamora with a victory over Velma Dinkley in the second qualifying matchup. Will we see an alliance between her and her sister in this matchup tonight?
And representing the bad girls from out of this world, the female fighting champion and one half of the women's superstars tag team champions, the Unrelenting.
Well, speaking of that other sister, Nebula, double champion here in FWE. The Hero of China, female fighting champion, and the other half of the women's Disney tag team champions. This could be a historic night. If Nebula walks out with the women's world championship belt, she would be the first ever triple champion in fantasy wrestling entertainment. But again, with her and her sister in this matchup, is there any alliance that will be formed to try and get both of them maybe to the final two and then settle it out amongst themselves? Or will it be right out of the gate, every woman for herself?
Harley Quinn, nice to meet you.
Failed to mention that Nebula qualified her way into this matchup with a victory last week in her qualifying matchup against Wonder Woman.
Representing the inmates from New York, the Psycho Harvey Quinn.
Now, Harley Quinn, a former women's hardcore champion, a former Hero of China female fighting champion, now looking for her first title reign as a women's world champion after she was able to defeat Mulan in her qualifying matchup. If I'm not mistaken, Harley Quinn and Nebula are the only two women. Nope, I'm actually wrong. There are three women that have held more than one championship here in FWE. Harley Quinn, Nebula, and the champion coming into this matchup, Cruella de Vil. Not only the world champion, but also a former Hero of China fighting female champion.
And representing the Queens from Baghdad, Iraq, the Diamond Princess.
Well, we talked about the fact that there could be some temporary alliance between the daughters of Thanos. How about the two representatives of the Queens? We've already seen Rapunzel make her way to the ring. Jasmine, a teammate to Rapunzel out of the Queen's faction. Could we see those two work together to try and get to the end? Jasmine with a victory in her qualifying matchup against Katniss Everdeen, the High Flyer, looking for her first title reign in fantasy wrestling entertainment. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the last title she fought for was the Women's Hardcore Championship in a backroom brawl against then champion Harley Quinn in a losing effort.
And from Valhalla, Wonder Woman.
Well, just earlier on tonight, we saw Wonder Woman be able to pick up the victory in the six-woman last chance qualifying battle royal to get the final qualifying spot here for the Women's World Championship. Had a barn-burning main event battle against Nebula for the final qualifying spot via a qualifying match. They get to rekindle that rivalry here. And could this be your new Women's World Champion, arguably one of the strongest women on the roster as we documented and may be able to pull off a buzzer beater after getting the LCQ win earlier on tonight.
And introducing the champion from London, England, the Women's Universal Champion,
Cruella DeVille, the odds stacked against her, obviously, coming into this one. Cruella has a less than 13% chance of retaining her title in this matchup. The very first Women's World Champion of the Galaxy. A former Hero of China, fighting female champion as well. And much like earlier on tonight on the men's side, this is an 8-woman elimination style matchup. Pinfall submission have to take place inside the ring. We will have 7 eliminations until 1 woman remains, and she'll be walking out with that title belt. Well, here we go. We'll try and keep an eye on everything occurring. If stuff spills to the outside, we'll try and document it, but most everything that occurs inside the ring will be of utmost importance, because that's where the pinfalls or submissions will take place. Gamora with a high knee to Harley Quinn. Neckbreaker from Wonder Woman. Clothesline from Daphne Blake. Flatliner from Jasmine. We've got a cover already here. That was Daphne with a cover on Rapunzel. Nebula with a cover out of the gate on Harley Quinn and a kick out. Actually, we had a double cover. Cruella also had a cover on Jasmine. And here's a cover by Daphne on Gamora. Looking for the very quick pinfalls here. It's Daphne now to the outside. Nebula, oh wow, big springboard enziguri there. Almost a disaster kick to Harley Quinn. Cruella on the outside, I think she may have just gotten plastered by a stop sign courtesy of Daphne. That's the champion out here. I mean, I'll be honest, as well, you see the Daughters of Thanos squaring off in there, so I guess no alliances. Cover and a kick out at 1. But when I was observing our men's matchup earlier on, I almost wondered, if you're the champion, do you not just want to stay on the outside and wait and watch and see what happens? Kind of bide your time? I mean, there's no countouts, so you can stay out there as long as you want. Let everybody else eliminate everybody else. Wait until it's a 1v1 and you're fresh to come in and take advantage. But I guess with there being 8 women in the match here, there's really nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. You're going to always have somebody on your tail. As Jasmine with a springboard bulldog on Cruella. Here's a cover on the champion. Is Cruella going to be the first one eliminated? And no, not even going to get a 1 count there before she kicks out. Big slam from Harley Quinn to Nebula. Nebula will roll to the outside. Now a sidewalk slam to Gamora. Harley Quinn taking on both of the Daughters of Thanos. Inside the ring now. Cruella and Harley Quinn with a little bit of an alliance there. They teamed up for a brief moment on Daphne. Cruella with a cover on Gamora. Kick out and a drop kick from Harley to Cruella. Then a pump kick from Gamora to Harley Quinn, who now Gamora goes after her sister Nebula. Jasmine's got a kendo stick. I think Harley Quinn may have had a hockey stick. And Rapunzel's got a sledgehammer. Oh! And I think Rapunzel may have just been delivered down to the... I think she landed on that hockey stick. Wonder Woman with a big bear hug. Waist lock there on Harley Quinn, who fights out inside the ring. Nebula, double champion here in FWE. Facing off against the defending champion, Cruella DeVille. High knee in the corner. And now Nebula just raking the boot across the face, looking for the broski boot in the corner. Cruella could be in trouble. Her championship hangs in the balances. Oh, wow! I don't know if you just saw that, but Daphne just got hit flush by a flying baseball bat, courtesy of Jasmine. Cover inside the ring. Cruella with a cover on Nebula, and a kick out at 2. I don't know exactly what Cruella hit. Couldn't see it, but Nebula was very nearly the first elimination. And now, oh, big, almost a modified GTS move there by Cruella to Wonder Woman. Nebula, not sure if she got all that pump kick, but she got some of it. And Cruella is down and out in the center of the ring. Nebula with a nice kick there to Wonder Woman. Harley Quinn going to work on Jasmine. First a slam, then a suplex. And now Daphne back inside of the ring. Harley Quinn as well, along with the champion Cruella DeVille. Flatliner by Daphne. Cover on the champ. 1, 2, and kick out at 2. Cruella stays alive. And Daphne goes for a moonsault, hits nothing. Harley with a cover on Wonder Woman, no count at all. And now referee Ernest Wright sandwiched in the corner. Cruella wanted to do something there, but referee Ernest Wright was in the way, and now Daphne with the rights and lefts, palm fists. Oh, and Cruella was going for some kind of a pump kick there. Did not hit her mark. Wonder Woman now with the elbows in the corner. Oh, and Daphne hits a pump kick of her own on Wonder Woman. I'm not sure how both Cruella and Daphne are being allowed to fight in heels. As a poison Rana from Rapunzel to Nebula inside of the ring. Oh! Kneecapper there by Cruella to Daphne Blake. Now working on the midsection, forearm to the head. Powerbomb on the outside there by Harley Quinn. Oh, there's the pump kick! Lights out for Daphne. Cover. And Daphne Blake is the first one eliminated. We will not have both world championships inside of the Mystery Incorporated faction as Daphne makes the early exit. Tryst of Hate on the outside. Harley Quinn hits it on Nebula. And now Wonder Woman, who got in just earlier tonight in the LCQ, squaring off against the champ. Cruella DeVille might be looking for the 10 beats of the Batterum. Harley Quinn more than willing to allow that punishment to be dished out. She misses the spinning kick. You heard the Albany, New York crowd counting along. Bulldog. And now a drop kick to Jasmine, who had just re-entered into the ring. 7 women remain. The only elimination so far was Daphne. And now Nebula spinning back fist on Harley Quinn. That could be it for Harley. Cover. And Harley Quinn is eliminated. 6 women remain. Flying forearm by Nebula to Jasmine. Massive clothesline here on the outside. As Wonder Woman takes down Rapunzel and now lifts her up for the Dominator. Nebula with a knee to the midsection on Jasmine. Nebula going up top as Wonder Woman delivering the rights to Cruella. Oh, flying forearm from the top rope by Nebula. Does not go for the cover, instead delivers the knee under the jaw. Still not going for the cover. As Nebula reversed into the corner. Jasmine. Reverse elbow. There's the spinning back fist. Nebula for her second elimination. And Jasmine is eliminated. Nebula on a tear. Second spinning back fist that has sent someone to the back. Uh-oh. going into the code of silence. Is Nebula gonna tap Rapunzel with the submission in on Nebula? Nebula fighting. I don't know if she was able to get out or not, or if Rapunzel released the hold. Massive clothesline by Gamora. And no, looked like Gamora was gonna go up top. Rapunzel cut her off at the pass. Nebula down and out in the center of the ring. She's the only one currently inside the ropes. Everything else on the outside. Rapunzel, Wonder Woman, Gamora, Nebula, Cruella de Vil, the champion, are the 5 remaining. Jasmine heading to the back. Daphne has been eliminated. Harley Quinn's been eliminated. And the champion delivered to the steel steps. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Double choke slam. Wonder Woman and Gamora, temporary alliance against Nebula, and that goes out the window as now Gamora shoves Wonder Woman into the steps. That might have been the back fist right there from Nebula to Gamora, but it's on the outside of the ring. Oh, Nebula with a kick to the back on Rapunzel. Now Nebula, Wonder Woman, those two had an incredible qualifying matchup. Oh, and a modified GTS from Nebula to Rapunzel. Cruella now going to get back into the fray, but you know, she took a little bit of time away from it all. I like that strategy by the champ as she hits the unprettier on the outside on Wonder Woman. And now back into the ring, Gamora showboating, it cost her. Oh, pump kick! Pump kick from Cruella to Rapunzel to get us down to our final 4. And Rapunzel is eliminated. The Queens will not be walking out with championship gold as both Rapunzel and Jasmine have been eliminated. And now side Russian leg sweep from Nebula to her sister Gamora. Wonder Woman mows down Cruella, cover by Nebula on Gamora, who kicks out at 2. Side back fist, there was a back fist again, back elbow. Nebula to make it 1-1 against her and Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman's eliminated. Little revenge from their qualifying matchup from a week ago. Nebula eliminates Wonder Woman, who got in via the LCQ. It's now the Daughters of Thanos against Cruella. The odds stacked against Cruella, but we haven't necessarily seen Nebula or Gamora work together here tonight. So it may still be every woman for herself, which could favor the champ. Now a little cat and mouse there between Cruella and Nebula. Uh-oh, Nebula looking maybe for the knee stunner. Cruella is down and wisely rolls outside of the ring. Gamora looking to be a double champion. Nebula looking to be a triple champion. And now Nebula, no sisterly love here. As fist after fist after fist pounding away on Gamora. Cruella now gonna take her turn on Gamora on the outside. And Nebula gonna fly. May have not gotten all of it, but she got some of it. Glancing blow across the right side of Cruella de Vil's face. Who is walking out of FWE Fantasia as the Women's World Champion as a face buster by Cruella. Gamora to the steel steps. Gamora, however, make that Nebula. Says, I'll do the same to you. She delivers a face buster to Cruella. The champ deposited back inside of the ring. Nebula will not follow. Oh, pump kick by Gamora. And now Nebula into the steel steps. Gamora back into the ring. Cruella meets her there. Moonsault. Cruella looking to lower the field down to a 1v1. Gamora, though, with a forearm to Nebula, or make that vice versa. Nebula to Gamora, rather. Cruella, oh, might have been going for the Unprettier. Gamora kind of saved Nebula, but then hit the spinning back kick. Now Gamora gonna suffer the Unprettier. Covered by Cruella. And we are down to 2. Much like in the Men's World Championship match, the champion and one challenger. Can Cruella retain the title? Nebula. Oh, Superman punch by Cruella. Nebula looking to be a 3 championship holder, but that could have been it. The pump kick. Cruella to retain the title. And she will. The odds were stacked against her, but Cruella is going to retain the Women's World Championship of the Galaxy.
Women's Universal Champion.
What a title retention tonight by Cruella DeVille. We've had a new Women's World Champ, or a new Women's Hardcore Champion in Ariel, a new Tri-Wizard Champion in Shaggy Rogers. Michael Norman and Cruella retain their titles. We get ready for a new month before our next PLE. Thanks for joining us here at FWE Fantasia. We'll see you all next time.